Do you have maybe a couple of success stories you could share with us about your clients and the results that have been produced by analyzing their data and just giving them simple tasks to look
Yeah.
at?
So first type of task we give are data entry issue tasks. So something might not seem right. So like the most common data entry things we see are like 2 rent expenses in 1 month, or two utilities bill in 1 month, things like that. But we had something really interesting happen a couple weeks ago. So we had a restaurant customer where they're using like an OCR system. So they're scanning the invoices. It's pushed automatically to QuickBooks and then gets paid. The invoice got captured as $10,000 instead of $1,000. Well, Starfish gave them a task, emailed it to them and said, hey, your food purchases went up. You had to think it's because you had an abnormal transaction. You've never had a transaction over $2,000. This one was for $10,000. We're flagging this. Well, it turns out Starfish was right. Customer called the supplier, got $9,000 that they didn't realize because they overpaid the invoice. So I think the first types of tasks we give are that, right? Where it's like overpaying, which happens. That's the first type of task.
Absolutely.
The second type of task we have is a little bit more strategic, I'd say. So one of our customers, 2 locations in New York, they run a quick service chicken lunch and dinner place. And when they expanded from 1 to 2 locations, their uniform supplier jacked up the prices at the second location, didn't match the first location. They didn't know this was going on. Starfish alerted them, said this is the date that it happened. Reach out to your uniform supplier. They call the uniform supplier. Uniform supplier says, let us check. Gets back to them the next day. You're right. That's our bad. They got a $2,000 check in the mail. They got lower payment rate for both locations and net payment terms instead of COD, which is huge for a business. So I think like the first types of tasks we're giving are, hey, something doesn't look right. And the second task is where we're really digging in using AI, giving you directionally what's causing the increase. And we do that on food, labor, utilities, sales, everything. So there's a couple of success stories.
What does Starfish cost to use?
Yeah, right now, $50 per month per location.
Okay. So if $50 saves you $2,000 or $9,000, that's a pretty impressive ROI.